Hey, have you heard about a brother printer authentication bypass exploit? And are you wondering how you can remedy that? In this video, I'm going to discuss how you can fix a authentication bypass that affects not just brother printers, it actually affects other printer manufacturers, vendors, actually 4 others, the number 7. As of now, as the time of this video creation, 748 total models. Now that number could change into the future. It's really not that difficult. After I tell you how to fix that exploit vulnerability, then I'll discuss it in greater detail. First you want to do is you want to find out what printer model you have. This affects 748 total, but what is it, over 700 brother printers. On this page here, you could pause the video, type that uniform resource locator highlighted on screen into the address bar of your search engine. You cannot make any mistakes, and you have to spell it out and include the dashes. Just look for the CVE. The number is right here. I just highlighted for you. It lists all the brother printers affected by model. And so you can look up you're going to need to know your model number. Here's an example, DCP-L5610DN. And then just do a Control F. It's real simple. Just Control F, type that in and find it. Or you could, now brother, they may have a lookup tool on their website actually. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you have to do is to find the printer here in this list. Then once you find whether or not your printer is affected, then you obviously would go ahead and troubleshoot if it is affected, if it's not on this list. But in the future, you do not know. I don't know if they've found all the printers affected. Now, in the future, newer printers, they're going to obviously plug that exploit. But for now, what you'll want to do is install with firmware, because not only is this a bypass authentication exploit, but there's a total of 8 vulnerabilities, and one of them is password bypass. What that means is that anybody can remotely access one of these brother printers that's on this list and change the default password. So here's the first way you could fix this exploit vulnerability. Number 1 is to change your default password. If you're using the default password that came with that printer. This is jankety, this is absurd, but I've talked about this before and I'll continue to discuss it. Not just printers, computer technology has never been secure. It is not secure now. It will never be secure. These companies don't care. The capitalists gone wild. They don't care if that printer that they sold you for $500 has a exploit where anybody that can connect to it remotely can change the default password, and you never want that to occur. So that's the number 1 way. The easiest way, or, you know what I'm saying? If you're using the default password that comes with the printer, and you know what they used? This is just incredible, but this is how pathetic these computer companies really are. What they did is that your default password is actually the serial number. That's what they used. This is absurd. It should never occur, but it occurs quite often. So just change the default password if it was the password that came with the printer, the default password. If you changed it already, you don't need to change it. However, you do want to go ahead and install a firmware update for that printer, because there are 7 other vulnerabilities. But to me, the most important, at least to me, I didn't go through all these and study all these. These are terrible. Now, what I'm going to do, so there's 2 things you need to do. Go ahead and install a firmware update for the printer, which will help with the 8 total vulnerabilities. But fundamentally, if you're still using the default password that came with the printer, change that password right away. And that's so just 2 steps. Okay, now I'm going to discuss in further detail. So there were 8 total vulnerabilities. I have about 3 minutes. And it affected 748 models across. There were 5 total vendors. Ricoh, Fujifilm, Ricoh, Toshiba, Konica, they used to be separate companies. Konica, Minolta, and I think that's the 5, including Brother. What else? Now, a lot of these vendors have firmware updates, but I know that, and I'm going to just stick to the Brother brand. When it comes to that authentication bypass, which is right here, this is just absurd. This should, I mean, give me a break, man. But that's what these companies do. The capitalists gone, well, they don't care about security. They care about your money. They care about those fake Federal Reserve notes that the ruling class elite want you to worship. Now, this is actually, is that the correct, it's the, yeah, this is the CV article. And then it's got a huge list of printers, and it does discuss the vulnerability. I think it does, or it should. Maybe it does. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit. What I just went over it, and I articulated it in layman's terms so I can comprehend it. Chances are, if I can comprehend what I discussed, then an average human could comprehend as well. Right here, authentication bypass using the default password generation. This is just ridiculous. Any remote user could change the default password, and it affects multiple models. Now, you notice how, and it does affect Toshiba and then Konica and Brother. It says, now this is just ridiculous. A perpetrator on We Censor YouTube, also known as YouTube, you notice I kind of pause. You know why? Because I have to formulate and I have to think about what words to say. You know why? Because YouTube, they have a word list, and if you use the wrong words, they will flag your content because they're censorers. And so, you know what I'm saying? So I have to be careful what words I use. I don't like the A word because that could potentially misconstrued and get me in trouble. And I'm not making this up. This is another reason why I am leaving YouTube, and it will probably be just my space niche, just space and astronomy videos. Okay, so an end user that is not authenticated who knows the target device's serial number can generate a new default administrator password for the device remotely. Also, they can discover the target device's serial number by using, that's the 8-minute mark, by using this article right here. And this is a quotation, quote, an unauthenticated attacker can first discover the target device's serial number via CVE 2024-519997 over Hypertext Transfer Protocol and Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure and even IPP. Or they can use a PGL request, those are acronyms, or a simple network management protocol. That's what that SNMP acronym stands for. I know that the YouTube technology shills they don't really have technology backgrounds. That's why they would get flustered. Or you notice they never really tell you what these acronyms are. They don't communicate them in full. That's because they have no clue. So simple network management protocol request. So there's 3 different ways they can discover that printer's serial number, and then once they find the serial number, they know the default password because these companies, and especially Brother, decided that it was brilliant and logical to use the serial number as a default password. Why in the world would they do that? It's almost as if they want these devices to become insecure. It's so absurd. Okay. Well, good luck and adios.